How do different nations see India and Pakistan through their geopolitical lens? From the West, the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia see India as a strategic partner. They appreciate India's democratic values and economic growth, viewing it as the golden goose of the Indo-Pacific. They admire India's cultural diversity, shared interests in regional security, and potential for further economic development. In contrast, these nations approach Pakistan with caution. The complex relationship with the United States, historically tied to regional security, has been strained by concerns over terrorism and nuclear proliferation. The UK, while maintaining diplomatic relations, is wary of security challenges and potential extremism. Australia too focuses more on India as a strategic ally, expressing reservations about Pakistan's stability. These perceptions are shaped by a mix of historical ties, economic interests, and geopolitical considerations. However, these are not static and continue to evolve in response to global shifts and internal changes within each country. But what about closer home? How do Asian nations perceive India and Pakistan? Let's dive in. China, a global power player, sees India as a regional competitor. Despite border disputes and geopolitical tensions, they can't ignore India's economic strength and potential. On the other hand, China shares a cozy alliance with Pakistan, collaborating on infrastructure projects and strategic interests. Now let's look at Nepal. It's a bit of a balancing act for them. While they share deep historical, cultural, and religious ties with India, they sometimes feel the heat of perceived Indian influence. Yet they also engage with China for economic development and infrastructure projects. Moving on to Bangladesh, they value their relationship with India, especially when it comes to trade, security, and cultural exchanges. However, the relationship isn't without its historical strains. As for Pakistan, Bangladesh maintains diplomatic ties but exercises caution, largely due to the shadows of the 1971 War of Independence and ensuing tensions. These perceptions mirror the complex dynamics and historical context of regional relationships. So, what's the global verdict on India and Pakistan? In the grand scheme of international relations, India often shines as the golden goose. Many nations, from the United States to Australia, recognize India's democratic values, economic potential, and strategic importance in the Indo-Pacific region. They value India's cultural diversity and its role as a counterbalance to China's influence. On the other hand, Pakistan's global image is more complex and, at times, troubled. While nations like China find strategic allies in Pakistan, many others express concern over security issues and instability in the country. The specter of extremism and the country's precarious political situation have led some to label it a failing state. Yet it's crucial to remember that these perceptions are not cast in iron. They shift and evolve, reflecting the dynamic nature of international relations. These perceptions are not set in stone, but they do offer a lens into international relations in our increasingly interconnected world.